Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this Viewfinder card using the Aviary stamp set with the birds. So every time you turn the wheel, you have a different bird in the bird cage. Let's get started. We're going to use the 3-inch circle punch with the Big Shot die and cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock and a piece of just regular copy paper that you would use in the printer. And you're going to fold that copy paper into quarters by folding it in half and then in half again, and then you'll use your paper piercing mat and your paper piercing needle to pierce right in the center to make a hole. We're going to put that aside, and then we're going to use a piece of cardstock. This is a Whisper White piece of cardstock that is 2 3/4 inch by 5 3/4 inch, and I'm going to use the Stays On ink pad with the birdcage stamp. Over here on the side, about a 1/2 inch from the side of the wood block. And then I'm going to do the stand underneath it. I can't find my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, but if you have a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, that would be really handy for making those nice and even. And then I'm going to use that bird cage again and stamp on a little piece of window sheet. And the window sheets come in 12 by 12, and you get 2 sheets for a package. So I'm just trying to get the middle of the cage in the middle of that little piece. I'm going to set that aside and use that later. And then the next step is to use the 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to go right in the side and center it in the middle of the cage. Okay, I'm going to get out that template that I made with the copy paper and my paper piercing mat, and I'm going to line it up so that I have the paper sticking out over here in the edge, but that I have approximately 1/4 of the copy paper showing through the window. And once I've got that lined up just right, I'm going to pierce through from the back to the front of the card. I'm also going to use that copy paper circle to punch the center of the cardstock that I cut out earlier. And now with those two together, I'm going to put a silver brad through the front and then the wheel. And then this is going to be my template to line up my birds. So I'm going to stamp the first bird right here in the center, and then I'm going to turn it a 1/4 turn, and you can check here on the side. And then I'm going to stamp the next bird. This is Tempting Turquoise. And then you're going to keep turning until you have all the birds in there. And then after you're done, you're going to take it apart. So you will have 4 birds instead of just 2. And then you're going to use snail adhesive to attach the window sheet to the back of the card front. So you're going to line it up so that the lines of the cage line up with the image on the front. And then if you're over the edge at all, you can just trim that with a pair of scissors. Now, your window sheet will probably cover up where you have your holes, so you'll just have to get your paper piercing tools back out and pierce through the window sheet. And then you can put your wheel back on with the brad. Like that. And then when you're ready to put it on your card front, I used a piece of real red cardstock that is 3 inches by 12 inches. So fold it in half. It's a 3 by 6 inch card. And then I'm just using Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. So I'm going to do 1 in each corner, and then I like to put 1 on either side of the wheel just so that I make sure there's enough room for the wheel to move around. So I'm going to take the papers off of those and center it in my card, and then with the greeting, here's the finished card. And every time you turn the wheel, you get a new bird. Much easier than it looks, and a really fun card to give and to get. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Happy stamping!